Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pimlico Racecourse. Naomi Tucker alongside Keith Fusel. Keith, happy to have you back with us. We are exactly 1 week away from the middle two of the Triple Crown, Preakness 147.
I mean, field coming to shape, right? We know about, unfortunately, Rich Strike, but we've got some talent. Epicenter, suffered just a brutal beat, ran so hard, as the favorite in the Kentucky Derby a couple weeks ago. I think, or last week, he's going to be super strong. Strong favorite here, I believe. Early voting, Secret Oath, probably second and third choices. We'll have that for you, though.
I'm glad we have another filly in the field.
Yeah.
Perhaps we'll see another renewal like the 2021 where Swiss Skydiver bested Authentic in a thrilling battle down to the wire. So always a good story when the girls try to beat the boys. And of course, Coach D. Wayne Lucas for that looking for that seventh Preakness win is quite a story to keep your eye on as well. Let's have a look at the current track conditions for today's 9-race card. We will not be racing on the turf today. We are racing currently on a sloppy main track. We'll keep you abreast if that going gets upgraded.
Yeah. I mean, I think we could. I think we're going to get the money. I think fairly quick. I mean, if this range just kind of holds off, but as you said, we'll keep you apprised of the situation. Yeah, unfortunately, pretty good dousing of rain hit us last night into this morning.
Yeah, we'll see if Mother Nature might help us out today. A little bit of wind, a little bit of sunshine would work wonders here at Hi-Ho Pimlico. Let's start with race number 1. So that will be a sprinting event on the main track, 5 furlongs on the dirt here. Going to start with your top selection and mine as well after a couple of scratches in here. As you can see, take out the number 2, the 4, the 7, and then as well as the 10, the 11, and 12. Summer Velvet for trainer Jill Capuano seemingly turned a new page of her story in her last race. Really gutsy effort that day against Joe Mike Jim was claimed out of that race by trainer Jill Capuano, who does very well with his claimers. I would anticipate that she'd either run something similar or maybe just a touch below, but even just a touch below would be probably good enough to win.
Yeah, she's going to have to be tied on out of the gate. She was pretty sharp last time. Eagerly made her way forward was what we used in the long comment of the footnote there. I think she's going to be ready to go. I think she can run that number back. She's going to have to be out of there, though. La Familia to the inside is very fast. Look, she's fresh. She's cut out quarter 22 and 346 and 1 back. Hasn't been seen since later November. That was kind of a speed day, but all in all, she's quick. But I think Somerville will apply the pressure early, often, and be able to get the opener.
Yeah, I think La Familia, perhaps the only knock against her is that 168-day break. First race off a longer layoff that was back in 2020. That was a bit of a speed and fade event for her. So I'm just not too sure if she's the type of runner that might need a race or two to really get that bottom in underneath herself. Now, I know we're going 5 furlongs, so perhaps she can stick around here. I wouldn't be too surprised, but it's about that last 16, isn't it?
No
doubt. See if she's still there.
No doubt. Somerville is certainly the edge here on recency. Seasoned. Really held well after that battle last time out. Love Ran Red, maybe a little price horse you can throw in. I think second off the break here for Brittany. Yeah, numbers don't really kind of catch your eye, but it was a good debut back at the fairgrounds. She's going to like the flow. It's going to be there. I think that's the one that maybe kind of sneaks up and makes that sustainable run from the back.
Quite a steep drop in class as well for trainer Brittany Russell, who already made a good start to the meet yesterday. Let's talk about race number 2. Of course, we have to mention that we start the early pick 4 here, but I'm pretty sure you cashed out big time yesterday.
Yeah, we had that one yesterday. Unfortunately, it wasn't on the show, but I mean, it was up on the board. We had it out there, so hopefully, somebody followed along. $24 got you 601. I'll take that every day of the week. Right today, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. $20 ticket, 2-4 to get you started. Run Awesome Tiz, Marbella Nasty. They clearly look like the 2 horses to beat in race 2. Race 3, our Carvelian Quest. We've got a little stat, a little video for that Trombetta runner making his second start. Runaway Empire as the speed. We're going to use that one as well. Race 4, here's the spread. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Left out a couple. If you want to go all, go right ahead. It's not going to cost you a whole lot more. They look like the ones to me, and wrap it up with the 2 and the 5 Elbow Chinche, and always something in the 5th. $20 ticket. We're not looking for that grand slam, but maybe like a good ground rule double today for a little value.
Well, wasn't your ticket yesterday? I think the duly $24 paid $601.
601. That was the key. We had that price, the 22 to 1 shot for Mancia that was able to take the field wire to wire. But my own wagering, I really messed up that triple because I thought it was that horse in Kieran, and it looked like that's the way it was going to be, turning for home. But here comes Hammy to split me. Hammy owes me. Okay.
We'll see how your ticket fares today, but $20 is a small investment if you can get that kind of return. Let's talk a little bit more about the field lined up for race number 2, 6 furlong sprinting distance. Nickel Claimers here, 3-year-old and up fillies and mares. Both you and I landed on the 2-run Awesome Tiz, Kevin Patterson. She wasn't as sharp out of the gate last time as usual, but did get herself in a good position at Mahoney Valley. I think she's going to be on top of the pace, if not closer, with a clean break.
She looks like the speed of the speed here to me. Marvella Nasty's got a little bit of foot. She'll be able to stalk. She's taking a deep drop. But Runaway Tiz, Kevin Patterson, we have not seen him with a runner. I would look back November of 2019. This is a guy who's just torn it up. Charlestown, Penn, Mountaineer, and hitting at a rate over the last 5 years of 39%. Usually his horses have speed. They can carry it a little bit. I think Run Awesome Tiz with Barbosa, lightweight, speed, rail, gone.
Yeah, no, I agree with you here. Also, just a little bit worried, Marvella Nasty, quite the plunge in class. Really would like to see her kind of get back to some of the figures that she showed. Of course, nothing like a little bit of class relief to really get back into your racing ways, but kind of a wait-and-see approach a little bit here, using her in the second defensively.
Steep dive. When we see the fillies and mares kind of go off form, you always worry, but yeah, she got bounced around a little bit out of the gate. It wasn't terrible. She got in position pretty quickly last time out at Charlestown, and she was tucked up inside horses. Just didn't kick on into the far turn. That's about the quarter pole. Really kind of protected from there. I like that Boca Chica stays. Maybe something want to miss. We'll see. Taking the steep dive.
Combo there.
Maybe trying to get eligible for start. We never know. You know, the crafty trainers around here with those starter allowance races maybe down the road. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll be relying on you to figure out who's doing what. But if I see Arnaldo Boca Chica and Anthony Ferrier line up, I'm going to pay attention because, of course, it's go-to rider at Charlestown as well. Race number 3, maiden special weight event here for the 3-year-olds. We're going a mile and 16 the distance here. And you and I both landed on Carvelian Quest for trainer Michael Trombetta. Let's have a look at his debut race. That was 37 days ago. Loose leader in Bank in the Woods, who ran huge. Now, Carvelian Quest with a deep closing effort on, as you can see, a sloppy surface.
Yeah, and got up, a little green, and you got to give it to Robin because he picked it up too. He made a comment as they were going to the wire. Robin said was great racing greenly, and was look kind of steadied, waited behind some horses around the far turn, but man, well back there. Was he 13, 14, 15 lengths out of it? And makes a strong run into the loose leader back in the woods. Watch this. Saving ground at the quarter pole, like that effort there. Swings out and really finishes up well. This family, Naomi, is strong. You've got another broad, dynamic strike, looking dynamic. All horses capable of getting a route of ground. I think Carvelian Quest will be able to handle the off track. Handled it here, right? And I think he's going to enjoy the stretch out.
I agree. I think he's going to find himself amongst friends early instead of being outpaced like he looked to be last time out. But look, you dug up a stat for us as well. Yeah,
old Tromby here. Last 3 years on the dirt, 8 for 31, 26%, 14 for 31 in the money. Sprint to route, second career start. ROI 240, and 241, somewhere in that range. So it's a positive one. Carvelian Quest in race 3.
Yeah, no, let's talk about the number 7 in here, Runaway Empire. You and I both have some interest in that runner for trainer Hugh McMahon. Now at Gelding. But if you look at the race that he made his debut in on the 16th of April, Super Love, Sugar Ray Leonard, as well as fourth place getter My Handsome Man, all came back to win out of that maiden special weight event. Now, Super Love is 71 buyer. Damon De Lodovico Barn backed it up as well. Look, quite a step up for this runner as well in real estate. We were just mentioning that with the number 2. But I think he's also going to enjoy himself just to being a bit more comfortable. And if you look at the stable, Hugh McMahon does well stretching horses out because look at that breeze. They put a mile work into him.
He will do that. Hugh McMahon, he's famous for those mile works. Clean draw outside. I'm not really worried about the run into the turn here. He's quick. He might only have to outrun, succeed to the front. I think he will. He's going to go report a first-time gelding. Carries the field a long way here in the third. Obviously, Seraphos is going to take a lot of play here. Second or third time gelding for motion. It looks like one of these 3 to me. Do you have anybody else?
No, I use him. I use the 6 underneath as well, Money Room. Okay. He does get blinkers on here in his second start for the Holbein stable. pedigree suggests that he might like to go longer, of course, by Keen Eye, sire of Rich Strike, of course, won
Yes.
the
Yeah,
Kentucky
yeah, yeah.
Derby, and then a Birdstone mare. You think that this might just be the right thing for him to do again. He's gone longer before now. They return to the longer distances. Just throw him underneath as a little bit of a price for Leonardo Carullo on board. Race number 4, of course, started the Rainbow Pick 6, mile and 16. The distance here, let's talk about the number 2, Ghost Stalker. You and I both keyed around him for trainer Ricky Silliman. Reclaim for the Silliman Bond here. He already had 2 winners yesterday.
yeah.
Great start to the meet for him. Ghost Stalker tried to take the lead 2 starts back, wasn't able to get the better of Whirling Curling on the day, but he's an honest runner. I do envisage him coming off the pace again here. I don't see him being forwardly enough against some of these in here that just has shown a bit more propensity towards speed.
Doesn't have as much speed as the 4. It's known as the Burn or the 6 Jam, and still I don't even think he's as fast as Haynes Fever early, but the pace should be a little bit contested up front. You said it, honest. He's consistent. Ricky Silliman with 2 wins yesterday, riding a little bit of a hot hand. I don't have a great feel for this race. I kind of trust Ghost Stalker, and that's kind of why he ended up in the top spot. Also 3 the hard way with a reclaim here.
Yeah, another reclaim story in this field. I use my exactly, you do too. He ran at Aqueduct in his last couple of outings. Try to get to a loose leader in Invest on the day at Aqueduct. That runner came back to win another New York allowance bred race next time out. But 3 the hard way, I think this is kind of the group that he's supposed to be in that will allow him to kind of get back to some of the form that he's shown 3 starts back. Like on the go back, he's very capable of getting the better of these.
He might have a little bit more tactical speed as well compared to Ghost Stalker. Ghost Stalker, though, proven over at Pimlico, right? He's 4 for 4 in the money. Don't leave out the 1, Pay the Kid. He just bit off more than he could chew last time out. Barn, don't run a lot, smaller sample, but he's 2 for 8 and 5 for 8 off the claim. 5 for 8 in the money off the claim the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's a nice little pickup as well. I threw in Jam and Still here for trainer Willie Key too, who found his old form again in his last start at Laurel over that 1-turn mile. Got run down by Excalibur Belated, who had just a bit more of a better trip coming from just off the pace, throwing him here at a bit of a price, I hope. Race number 5 is a claiming 16 to 12,500 event. Fillies and Mares 3-year-old and up 5 furlong the distance on the main track. We are not racing on the turf today. Let's talk about your top selection first in here. The number 5, Always Something for trainer Valora Testament. Cut back to 5 furlongs. Don't believe that's going to pose any problems for this 5-year-old mare. She's won over the distance before. I think she's going to be using that gate speed and that cruising speed she possesses to her advantage.
She's quick, no doubt about it. She walks out of her barn here, right here, stabled at Pimlico, the Testament. I think she might be even a little bit faster, all things being equal out of the gate, than above the limit. These 2 are going to be quick out of there, though. I think Elbow Chinche sits the perfect trip. Has not run bad off of 2 tries off the claim off of Jerry Rouse, something you don't usually see. But that last time out broke a bit slow and really a premature 4-wide move. Actually got the lead top of the stretch, a little fade late, you see grudgingly. Still was trying. I think this horse just is able to glide up, just to track that speed and go by.
Yeah, he's my second choice. It's tough to claim off a barn like the Ross.
No doubt.
He hit a high percentage, but Mackenzie has done pretty decently. This horse has kind of kept his form, and as you highlight, that last race was a very strong one. Look, they claimed him for 5, upped him to the 16 level here. I think they're doing a pretty decent job, and I think he came out of that race. Well, that race made me think that he's back to some of his better figures as well in here. Both you and I also throw in the number 7 above the limit. You already said one of the speedsters in here, of course, main track only entry. This is exactly what they hoped was going to happen for today.
And this is a situation in your multi-race wagers a lot of times. If you can afford to use it, there's 2 key speeds. You got to use both, because if something happens out of the gate and one's just left alone, gone. You hate trying to, you know, you say, well, these 2 should go together.
They're going to cancel each other out, and then one doesn't break, and
then you're sitting there kicking yourself that you didn't use both speeds. So, you got to use that one, no doubt.
Stay with us for a small break, as we'll be back with the rest of the card. exactly 1 week until that race you just saw on the screen there. Preakness 147 coming up right here at Pimlico Racecourse. We're on race number 6 out of 9. Maiden claiming $10,000 to $8,000 event. It's out of my late pick for sequence. I go 4 deep in here. These maiden 10s, especially on this sloppy track, can throw up a big price or two. I want to be a part of that. Race number 7, I have a single on the number 2, Date Night Kisses for trainer Jamie Ness. Of course, Jamie Ness first off the claim, very, very strong, but that last race of her, completely new dimension. So I hope that she can back that up in here. Race number 8, 3 deep there in that off the turf event using the number 7, the number 8, of course, the grass is blue, already stakes winner for Grey Motion, sharp cutback. Really curious to see how she'll fare, as well as Margie's Heaven. And then race number 9, I go 2 deep here using the 2 and the 5 for $12 flat ticket. That will start right here in race number 6. Let's start with your top choice here. Kisses for Hannah, trained by Kieran McGee. First start in the McGee barn was claimed out of that first race from Jamie Ness. 3-year-old debut she'll be making in here, working very, very forwardly. That 24th of April work right here at Pimlico suggests she's ready to fire.
Yeah, we know No More Masks has won a few races since. I just didn't fire at Timonium.
Yeah.
The LASIK's going on, and the Protect. They're going to use the waiver here. I like that Kieran's own horse. Regrouped, strong work coming into this. I'm not in love with anybody else in the race. Yeah, maybe Icy Reply is the horse to beat towards the front. I'm kind of go Kisses for Hannah. Harper's Due, I like to turn back here for Harper's Due to sit and make one run into it.
Yeah, user underneath. I come up with a little bit of a price on the 10 Petite Rouge, 12 to 1 morning line for trainer Kevin Boniface. Never raced on dirt before. Significant plunging class back down from that maiden 40 level to the maiden 10. That was her seasonal reappearance 2 weeks ago. Before that lengthy break, 215 days. I don't think she's going to be in contention early, but I hope that she can start running them down late. She's by Kobe's back, who was a talented dirt sprinter himself. Dam is that turf influence that explains why she's been campaigned on the turf for an entire career. But I was at Bonita Farm not too long ago and saw her there in the stable, and she looked very good. So I've decided that is my hunch play, my price play today.
And that's going to blow up your ticket if you can get that one home for that late pick 4.
Look, I did go deep in here, but at 12 to 1, I don't anticipate she's going to take that much of attention in there.
This is just kind of this is a tricky race. You know, Icy Reply was able to inherit the lead, and the horse that kind of bolted came back to win. Illusion of Hope's got a number on the page that kind of works. I mean, Willard likes that horse a little bit upstairs today as a price. So I think there's lots of ways to go here in this race.
Yeah, and especially now that we're on a sloppy surface, I think that translates well coming from the turf. You do see that just being a little bit closer than if it were to be a fast main track. So hopefully maybe Petite Rouge is going to use that to her advantage. Race number 7, optional claim a starter allowance, 6 furlongs a distance, 3-year-old and up. Do a video spotlight on the horse that is my best bet of the day. My horse that I'm going to in here, trainer Jamie Ness at the number 2, Date Night Kisses. Wow, she's just sitting very, very chilly there. Starts to take over on the bend. Asked by Charlie to, start running. And just simply very, very professional and really builds up that lead.
Love it when horses show that ability to relax when caught in between horses. Through an okay pace when you're looking at it, but really responds to the urging at the quarter pole and just widens 10. And who was lurking and looping and swooping at the claim box? Jamie Ness. When he does this, horses off of a win. He's first off the claim for Ness. How about 24 for 59, 41% over the last 3 years with an ROI of 260. So, Date Night Kisses, I think she's going to be able to kind of prompt the issue. Hot Looking Royal was good in debut. I think, again, is going to use that speed to her advantage to the inside. Had something left in the tank. You see that ridden out comment in your short comments in the form and Equibase. But Date Night Kisses, I think, will be able to kind of prompt and go on in here.
Yeah, I use Hot Looking Royal in third based on the fact that even though the buyers are the same, I was comparing Timeform US figures, and hers are significantly slower than the figure posted by Date Night Kisses, a 76 versus a 91. Fair few points difference there, and I think that was courtesy of the fact that she didn't set the fastest of pace. She didn't do that much running in the beginning and those middle sectors. Now, the final part was very strong. Just kind of got to see if Hot Looking Royal can replicate that kind of effort. I don't believe she's going to get away with those soft fractions again. So I just feel like it's going to be a different race complexion. motion here.
She might, and I see what you're saying. Camellia Rod is the horse to certainly maybe pick up the pieces. Looks like that best sustainable runner, right, from off
Yeah.
the pace. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
see how things shake up here in race number 7. Race number 8 is our feature race of the day. 5 furlongs on the main track here. Fillies and Mess 3-year-old and up 3 other than optional claiming event. And we'll start with our top choice in here, Keith. The number is 9, Margie's Heaven for trainer Hugh McMahon. She comes off a break, but she is just so fast when she gets away from the gate well. But even if she doesn't break on top, she can pass runners. She can take aim and run them down. She's been butting heads with the likes of Princess Kokochin, just tough runners here on the circuit. I think she can do well in here. And look, if you look at her off-track record,
Yes.
she can run on anything. Can run on fast track, sloppy track, and we'll see how the track will look by the end of the day.
Yeah.
But there will still be some moisture.
I certainly believe there will be. And look, last time she was here, she caught this kind of racetrack, right? Money track, Pimlico, going back to August, but fights it out on the front end. She's got a lot of heart. She's going to have to deal with Paisley Singing, who's very quick and also likes an off track. Paisley Singing's record, 2 for 3 with a buyer of 74. That's going to do it. And look at who she's been clashing with. Really, really good, talented fillies and mares. So it's these two around the racetrack. If they don't just kind of run each other into submission, maybe Foggy Dreams or Grass's Blue short field to pick up the pieces. Grass's Blue still going to take play. You know, you see all these races she
Busanda
comes
Stakes
out
victories.
of. Yeah, and she did win sprinting, right out of the box. So maybe not a terrible ask, but I'm going to go 7 or 9 keying in those. Yep.
I feel like this is a race to just kind of set her back up for a nice campaign for the motion barn. I'm not sure she'd be fully cranked to get the spoils in it, but if she does it on pure class alone.
Right.
Like you said, some of the runners she's gone up against, Army Wife, of course, her Black Eyed Susan winner, grade 1 Acorn Victorious Search results. She's been up against some very talented ladies, nothing like that in here. But then again, the distance is very short. So I just feel like she's gonna, be setting it up in here perhaps for a lovely campaign here throughout the year.
I think there was a horse of motions. I kind of similar situation off of a break that I didn't think was going to be fully crank to sprinting. Remember that? It was like 3 or 4 weeks ago at Laurel. It beat me. It happens.
I have her in second.
All right.
Move on to the nightcap
Okay.
here. Claiming event, $10,000 to $8,000 for the ladies as well. 6 furlong sprinting distance. You and I are both on No More Mask for trainer David Howard. It'll be a second start for the Howard Barn. Was claimed 2 starts back. Lots of early pace. It looks like she's going to have to fight for it a little bit, though, because I think Salty Soul is fast on her inner and perhaps on her outside. Mo Fire also quite fast. But look, if you look at her race 2 starts ago on the muddy surface, she got the win there by a couple of lengths, 4 3/4.
She's a 4-time winner, right? Everybody else is 2 in life eligible.
Yeah.
She's supposed to win it. We'll see. It doesn't always work out that way, but given a little bit of a freshening, too, she ran back pretty quick. Last time, April 8th to April 14th. It still held on okay. Caberchica was just too good that day. She's part of the flow, and I think can hang around and take it. I was surprised that Sachs held on so well last time for Saray. Ran well, but No More Mask.
Yeah.
She's the one.
2 Meyer Saray runners in
Yes.
here, right? Mo Fire and Sachs. I landed on going with Mo Fire, virtue of the fact that main stable rider Grant Whittaker stays on board with her, and she's very, very tactical as well herself. With that outside draw, we like a bit of tactical outside speed here, as that will conclude our handicapping pod of the morning show, but we still got plenty to discuss in lightning round. Of course, the news has broken yesterday when the draw for the Preakness Stakes as well as the Black Eyed Susan will be held. We'll be starting at 4:30 p.m. live stream on Facebook as well, p.m. ET. That is, I'm very pleased to have Brittany Urton hosting, and then I'll come in and talk a little bit about the runners themselves. Can't wait.
Yeah, hopefully the odds are somewhere in range, right? Hopefully we've done okay year in and year out. I think we know who the favorite is going to be in the Preakness in Epicenter. The Black Eyed Susan. It's a good, competitive, deep field. Stakes coordinator Marie Kazek has done a great job there assembling the field for the Black Eyed Susan. I guess you're saying it was at Adair, the Yakteen horse will probably be favored, but Luna Bell going to demand a lot of attention here. Some talented fillies in the Black-Eyed Susan.
I would love to see Luna Bell line up and test her class against some of these talented runners in here. Of course, Luna Bell, our local hero.
Yeah.
She's going to be flying the flag there in that grade 2. But I did also speak with Chad Brown not too long ago. He was talking about distinctly possible also coming in here. Broke her maiden, lost him out. But on her second start, he put her in the grade 1 Alcibiades, where she ran a game second to Juju's map. So clearly a filly that is held in very, very high regard. And Chad says she's doing very well at home too. So this, I'm with you. This is seemingly a very, very deep field. Lining up for the Black-Eyed Susan. I mean, we already mentioned we got Beguine as well, second in the grade 3 fantasy at Oakland Pod, only by a neck to Ugiri. This is a fun field lining up.
Should be a good betting race. I mean, when you really look at it, I mean, yeah, maybe one horse takes a little bit of edge in the odds, but I think all the way through, you're going to have opportunities to make some money in that race.
Absolutely. Yep. And throughout Preakness week, we do have something on offer for our fans. Sunrise Tours from Tuesday, May 17th until the Friday, May 20th, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Come and join us. Get that behind the scenes inside here at Pimlico Racetrack during a week that is like no other.
No, it is. I mean, and you get to meet some personalities that really are behind the scenes that do a lot more, you know, for this game that you would ever imagine. So some great insights about the backstretch, all things horse racing, all things Preakness. Hopefully you can make it out and take advantage of this opportunity.
Absolutely. And to reiterate again, we are 1 week away from Preakness 147. Do go to Preakness.com, get your tickets. It's bound to be yet another terrific day, as well as weekend with that Friday, Black-Eyed Susan Day, leading up to, of course, the big swan song, that middle jewel of the Triple Crown on Saturday.
Yeah. Right now, keep our fingers crossed. Projected forecast looks pretty good. Let's hope we get this rain out of here. Bring a little sunshine for Old Hilltop.
Yeah, I second that. Mother Nature, please be listening. We'd love some sunshine coming up this week to make it a weekend like no other. I'll be back this afternoon, joined by our analyst, Callie Francois. I'm going to bid you goodbye, and we'll throw it upwards to Dave Rodman, who will inform you of all the scratches and changes for today's card.
All right, everybody. Good luck.